give me a break. All right. All right, now this next cowboy is going up against one of these lieutenants. The plan is, yes, go up against Joe Strauss, take him down. Don't take off the head of the snake, take out the entire snake. And that means you go up against some of these lieutenants as well. TJ has been setting this thing up now for a couple of years. Some folks came to him in 2010 and asked him to run. He was honest enough and humble enough to say that he was not ready. It was a last-minute deal. He felt that he could not put the infrastructure together for a winning campaign, and he took the time to prepare for the 2012 cycle. Right on cue, his opponent it's precisely what he was going to do. Jim Pitts is one of the lieutenants of Joe Strauss. Terrible voting record, is pulled by the strings of the Strauss command structure, and we need to get him out. TJ is a hard worker. I don't know if you follow him on Facebook, on his fan page. He's got a good following on fan page, and he's out there block walking every single week. He's putting feet in the street, he's putting shoe leather on the asphalt. Folks from not Waxahachie, but Groesbeck area. Waxahachie area. Y'all welcome TJ Fabby.
I want to thank New Revolution Now for doing this. Dean, thank you very much. As Claver said, I'm a cowboy, and I was worried about this event because I don't wear suits. I just don't wear suits, and I might put a sports coat on every now and then, but I don't wear suits. And thought I was going to be underdressed, but my wife called and said they told her that it was going to be cowboy, cowgirl, casual, and I said that's right up my alley. Like it was made for me. And
you're about a microphone there, TJ. Use the mic.
So I'm not used to using the microphone. All right. Well, I love the name New Revolution Now.
Yes.
Because I believe we need a new revolution now. A revolution not like our forefathers fought, not from the ammo box, but at the ballot box. In 1776, July 2nd, the Declaration of Independence was adopted by the Continental Congress. 2 days later, after they hammered out some details, it was signed into law. And during the same time, George Washington was with a whole bunch of other revolutionaries in Yorktown, waiting on the British. They had just beat them in March, and they were just itching to fight them again. But the problem was they were a ragtag bunch, and they didn't have the discipline of a proper fighting force. And they lost in Yorktown. It was one of the worst defeats of the American Revolution. They lost 300 men. They were outnumbered by 13,000. And at that point, lesser men would have given up. But they didn't give up. They retreated through New Jersey into Pennsylvania, and they started getting ready again. And they fought, and they fought, and they lost some more battles, but in the end, they won their independence. They wanted their independence so bad that they were willing to die over and over for it if they could. And I want that independence too. We have another set of forefathers 60 years later that could have given up at Goliad. They could have given up at the Alamo. But they kept on fighting. And in San Jacinto, Santa Anna had Sam Houston outnumbered down there by Buffalo Bayou. And odds were stacked against Sam. But he fought, and he beat Santa Anna and his men because he wanted that independence. We need to want that independence like they wanted it. I know, how many in here have ever suffered defeat? How many have suffered political defeat? Your candidate didn't win. You didn't get something on a resolution passed at the county convention. How many defeats have we suffered? But we keep on fighting. We got to keep on fighting no matter what happens. And I believe that this year is going to be our San Jacinto. I believe that governments were instituted among men to protect our liberty. And they're not doing it. They're not doing it at all. They're working against that purpose. They're stripping of us of our liberty. And we can look at the money aspect. We all know that spending needs to be cut. That's a given. But the most important thing here is our liberty. We're losing our liberty by the day. And if we don't do something about it, our kids, our grandkids are going to have to fight a different kind of revolution than what we're trying to fight here. They're going to have to go back to the ammo box. They're going to have to shed their blood. And I don't know about you, but I don't want my kids to have to shed their blood for their freedom. Whenever we could easily fix it right now if we just try hard enough. So I want everybody in here who's a candidate to work your butts off. Don't expect the guys around you to do it. Do it yourself. Work your butts off to win. And everybody in here who's not a candidate, don't expect them to do it by themselves. Get your butts up out of the chair and help them. We need your help. More than anything, we need your help. We can win this battle if we all pitch in. We can have our San Jacinto. Thank you.
That's the race car driver reflexes, partner. Once again for TJ Fabby, y'all. I tell you what, one by one, as these candidates come up here, I don't know about you, but as they speak, as they say their piece and they sit down, I know for sure I'm in the right state.